Tell you what, in the world of painting, you have your easy projects, like maybe a bedroom, maybe a hallway, not really a lot of trouble. The ones that the level ticks up a little bit as far as the difficulty goes. But I think one of the worst ones is coming right up. Thank you for coming to the channel. LAF Space Film Fest, capital LAF Space Film Fest. Yeah, painting can be fun, painting can be relatively easy, but every once in a while you land those jobs that are just like, oh, you kind of question yourself why you even said yes when somebody asked if you could do it or not. Well, that's what I've got today, painting a staircase. Oh boy. Believe me when I say, these are never fun. They're always steep. You gotta use extension ladders to do all your cut-in. Because I do have the cut-in done. So what I'm gonna show you is how I'm actually going to roll the paint on these walls. Yes, way up there at that peak. Far as you can see up there, yes. I'm gonna try to roll the paint on these walls. Okay, in order to do this, I'm kind of making it sound a little bit more maybe than what it is. It's really not a problem as long as you take care, as long as you're careful not to let your ladder slip out, you've got the right equipment. It's not bad at all to paint something. What I'm going to use is I have got my roller, White Dove, a Purdy White Dove 3/8 roller cover on here. And for those that have never seen one before, that is your roller cover. This is your roller. It fits on there. Bam. Ready to rock and roll. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using as far as the roller and the roller cover goes. And then what's real important is to break out something like this. This is an extension pole, and this is called the long arm. Actually, it's called the Mr. Long Arm. I have that just right in there. Mr. Long Arm, okay? This is about the only way that I know without setting up scaffolding that you could paint a wall like this. You've got your roller handle, it fits on, it screws on the end of it. You want to make sure it's nice and tight so once you get it up there and you're starting to paint and you got it stretched out there, it doesn't start to rotate on you. And at this point right here, it has a device that you loosen, and then this extension comes out. And if you notice, it can come out real far. Just like that. I don't think we'll use that whole thing today, but it's gonna be about half probably by the time I get it started and reach up there. So let's get this project going. The sooner I get it over with, the quicker I can go on to something that's not quite as difficult. I'm using a Sherwin-Williams product today that I actually picked up at Lowe's. HGTV Home product. I haven't used a lot of this paint, but so far, so good. It's not bad at all. It's always important to pour enough paint out. You don't want to get halfway through the wall and run out of paint and have to redo this. So go ahead and pour enough out. You can always pour it back in the can. Okay, let's get to rolling. Oh, by the way, if you hear some banging going on, some things like that, I hear a compressor running out there. Got some guys up on the roof today and installing a new roof. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try not to hit that camera right there. When you're starting out, you really want to get the roller cover full of paint. So you just want to roll it over and over and over and just kind of get it all soaked up. Okay, so there we go. It has started. A lot of projects I do, I'll say, yes, go ahead. If you're a homeowner, you can do this. This right here project would be a little sketchy. It's actually pretty tough to do this. If you decide to do it, just be aware, you've been warned. Okay, that was the easy part. Now I gotta work on the stairs. I don't know if you can see what I mean, but at this point, you've got to work off the stairs. So you got to worry about falling down the stairs. You got to worry about holding on. You got to worry about not hitting the ceiling, not hitting the chandelier. A lot of things going on right here. So far, so good. Probably a difficulty of, I'm going to put it about 8 on a scale of 10. As far as interior painting goes. If you're going to attempt something like this, be sure to move slow. Very important. Especially when you got drop cloths laying on these stairs. Very easy to get them caught up in your feet to trip. Just move slow and methodically. So far, so good. At this point, I can go ahead and put my shorter extension on and finish this wall up. That roofer reminds me of Woody the Woodpecker. I actually filmed one of the giant woodpeckers in my yard the other day. It's pretty funny. It's called Woody Gone Wild. Check it out. All right, there we go. It's like my son Alex likes to say, live action. But that is how you paint a very difficult wall right there. And of course the main thing is, I don't know if you noticed, but I was constantly looking up, and that's because I did not want to hit my roller cover on that white ceiling. If your roller cover full paint hits the top of that ceiling right there, unless that ceiling has just been painted, you got a real problem on your hands, because that is flat white paint, and that is not going to, you're not going to be able to just wash that paint off there. It's going to leave a mark on it. You got to be extremely careful. If you notice, whenever I roll and I get close to the top up there, I always go real slow and just take my roller right up to as far as I think I can go, and then I'll back it back down. And I never do it with the roller full of paint. What I mean by that is, whenever I load that roller up and I start to paint that wall, I'll paint and I'll stop about a foot down, and I'll unload the paint on the wall, and then I'll take that section that I've got done and I'll actually drag it up to my edge up there. Because if you put your roller on the wall and the roller is full of paint, and you put it on your wall and you go right up to that very edge where you can't go any farther, and then you come back down, well, you've left a lot of paint right up there, and guess where you're going to get a drip? Almost every time you will get a drip right there. So it's important not to do that, to go ahead and roll it out on the wall and then just drag it up to the top and bring it back down. Make sure you don't have that run up there. By chance, if you happen to get a run up there like that, if you can reach it, you can take your fingers and just go across the run. Especially when it's all wet, just go across the run and it'll disappear. You can take a paintbrush if you needed to and go across it if it needs to disappear. Anyways, there we go. I think what I've got to do is I've got to cut that wall in one more time. I've got to roll it one more time, and that project will be done. I'm glad to see that one go. I should start saying no to these projects, but gosh dang, you know, when people rely on you to do things, gosh, it's hard to say no. You have a good day. Thank you for coming to the channel. LAF Space Film Fest. That's capital LAF Space Film Fest. Not sure what I'm gonna paint next. Not sure what I'm gonna cut next. Not sure where I'm actually gonna go next. But when I do, I'll take my camera and I'll share it with you. Have a good day.